for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to be a special people unto himself.
Right.
That's why we make the Mike Tysons. That's why we make the Serena Williams. That's why we make the Beyoncés. That's why we look the best. That's why we dress the best. If you was to put one red shoe on your foot and another yellow shoe on your foot, then the Chinese man gonna do it.
That's
you
right.
Turn your hat sideways and lean like this. Hey, you gonna see somebody doing the same thing.
Right.
We the salt of the earth. We God chosen people.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So we above all people on the face of the earth, man. So if you're not a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, you want to be God's chosen people. You familiar with Moses? Moses said, let my what? He said, let my people go. He said, man, let everybody go. It was a certain people that was over there in slavery. It was us, brother. We were serving the Egyptians. We're not African, right? Africa is a continent that has many different countries in it.
Right.
We're the Israelites, brother. Bring it out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse number 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass.
But it should what?
But
It shall come to pass.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
See how you hearkening, you listening, you paying attention? And some people, the Lord said that it should come to pass. If you will not hearken to the voice, meaning if you wouldn't listen.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
All these curses
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, is a curse a good or a bad thing? Because the Lord said this going to come to pass. If you didn't hearken to my word that the Lord gave Moses to the children of Israel, that all these curses will come upon us. Now, is a curse a good or a bad thing, brother? Well, in this context, the Lord said you could be blessed and have dominion and power over every other nation on the world, on the earth, or you could be cursed, right? So it's a bad thing, right?
Bring it out.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse number 16.
Bring it out.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Curse shall that be in. Who's cursed in the city, man? When you go to New York, when you go to D.C., downtown Newport News, downtown Norfolk, who's the ones walking around, man, asking for change, bent over, man, strung out on drugs? I'm trying to borrow a light, you know what I mean, to smoke the filter of a cigarette. Who is that, brother, talking to himself?
Right.
Who's cursed in the city? Right. Who's standing in the projects? You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Who was cursed in the field, man? Who was picking cotton in the sugarcane field? This is in the Bible. Who's cursed in the job field? Your boss can fire you whenever you want to, man. Just because you signed an application and he gave you a job, he can fire you whenever he wants to. We the first last hired, first fired. So we cursed in the job field too. Give me verse 48.
Bring it out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse number 48.
Bring it out.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
Therefore should I serve thy who?
Thine enemies.
So the Lord said now, because we didn't want to follow the commandments that the Lord gave Moses to give to the children of Israel after he led us out of Egypt, now we got to serve our enemies. It's a curse, right?
Which the Lord shall send against
The
thee.
Lord sent them against us.
And hunger.
So when we hungry, what's some of the places we like to eat, right? Chick-fil-A. But we got to go to food line to get our food. Harris Teeter, right? Bojangles. Who own these places, man? Right? Huh? See that? But the Lord, did the Lord say we got to go to the white folks in hunger? Or what did the Lord say?
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
The Lord called them our enemies, brother. So that's our enemy that we got to go to get food. And what else?
And hunger.
And hunger.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. When we thirsty, right? You might be thirsty right now. Water falls free out the sky. It's a natural resource. Our natural resource. They put it in a bottle and label it up and package it and put the Dasani, Smart Water, Aquafina, Poland Springs, right? Who owns these things? Who owns Kool-Aid, man? You know what I'm saying? That we were drinking that since we was kids. Who owns Coca-Cola or Sprite, man? The so-called white man. The Lord said we got to go to our enemies and thirst too. And what else?
And in nakedness.
And our people like the little fly. We like Nike. We like Dolce & Gabbana. Everybody want to work Gucci, Chanel, Polo. Who owns these things, man? The so-called white man, man. And we picked cotton for over 400 years and don't own a cotton textile mill, man. So from the socks we got on our feet, from the drawers we got on our ass, we got to go to them. We don't own Hanes or Fruit of the Loom. You know what I'm saying? So that's a curse. Right.
And in want of all things.
So we got to go to our enemy and want of all things. You might say, hey, I want to get married. But you can't come to me. You got to go downtown City Hall somewhere. You might, and this captivity we live in, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a social security card. You can't come to me for that. You might want to drive. You got to go to DMV. You might say, I'm a barber, bro. You know what I mean? I cut mean hair. But you can't come to me for your utensils and you still got to get a barber's license. You can't even come to me for that. So the Lord said you got to serve your enemy in hunger, thirst, nakedness, and in want of all things. And what else?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he shall do what?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Who did this happen to? This happened to us. The same person that the Lord said we got to serve and hunger, thirst, and nakedness, and the want of all things. That same enemy is going to put a yoke of iron upon our neck.
Right.
If you go to Google and just type in yoke of iron, you got to type in yoke of iron black man. Just type in yoke of iron in Google. It's going to be people that look like me and you that pop up. You're not going to see the Chinese man pop up with that on his neck, right? So that's a curse that the Lord said what happened to us. Give me 68. Give me 54.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse number 54.
Bring it out.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
His what?
His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
So the Lord saying, this is another curse. That same man that was very tender and loving and passionate towards you, now his eyes going to be evil towards his brother. We used to be very tender and passionate. We used to speak to each other. Hey, what up, bro? You know what I'm saying? We used to open the door for our ladies and the old ladies. Now our young kids don't even care. They let the door slam on them. The Lord said that same person that is tender and delicate, now his eyes going to be evil towards his brother. Even if you can look into the 80s or even the 70s or the 60s, our people won't like this. You know what I'm saying? We got an evil eye. If I step on your shoes, you ready to shoot me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, if I look at you wrong, you clutch it. You know what I'm saying? That's having an evil eye towards your brother. That's a curse.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
Now our eye is going to be evil towards our wife. That's domestic violence in our community. We got men beating up on women, man, punching them, kicking them like they're dude. Now we got women beating up on men. It just happened. Women is, you know, that's having an evil eye towards your wife. What else?
And toward the remnant of his children.
And towards what?
And toward
The remnant of his children.
And your eyes, now your eye gonna be evil towards your kid. I don't care about, hey, my kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about them. You know what I'm saying? Deep down inside, you know that's your kid. Oh, take me. I gotta go get a DNA test. That's you having an evil eye towards your kid. You know what you did. Right? What else?
Which he shall lead.
Which he shall what?
Which he shall lead.
Now your eye is going to be evil towards your kids, which you shall lead. Who's known for leaving their kids? So-called black men, right? I say you got your family. That's the beautiful.
Yes,
you know
right. That's right.
Hand, man.
All praises for y'all. All praise to the
familiar.
Most High for y'all.
I didn't grow up with my father in the household. A lot of these brothers didn't grow up without their fathers in the household. That's a curse that the Lord said that would happen if we didn't follow His commandments. That's another curse. Give me 68.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28.
The last one.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse number 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
And the Lord shall what?
The Lord shall bring you into Egypt again.
Egypt is synonymous or similar to for the word bondage or slavery, because we were slaves in Egypt before Moses led us out of Egypt. So the Lord speaks in similitudes and slang. Like if I was to say I'm about to go to the crib, would that mean I'm about to go to a damn baby crib or a crib? That is, I'm about to go to the house. So the Lord is using slang in this context, and we're gonna prove it.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse number 2.
Bring it out.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
What is Egypt?
Out of the house of
We
bondage.
just brought that out to show you that Egypt just means the house of bondage, meaning slavery. So go back to 68.
You want to replace with slavery?
Yep.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse number 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into slavery again.
And the Lord shall what?
And the Lord shall bring thee into slavery again.
It's another curse. Now the Lord said, remember Moses led us out of the first slavery in Egypt, out of Egypt. Now the Lord says, since we ain't follow His commandments, He's going to bring your ass back into slavery again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
How did we get to America?
With ships.
It's in the Bible, right? That's how we got to America, right? With ships. The Lord said, since we didn't want to follow His commandments, we got to serve our enemy and hunger and thirst and nakedness and the want of all things. And He's going to put yokes of iron on our neck, and we're going to come here on ships.
And Salaki. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Meaning we won't see our homeland no more again once we come here on the ships. Our homeland is Jerusalem.
That's
brother.
right.
That don't mean if you got money in your pocket, you can go to Jerusalem, catch a flight. But it's meaning us as a whole nation of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we'll never be in Jerusalem all at once. That's what the Lord is saying. Because we got some people from the hood that say, man, I'm from Norfolk, right? But I ain't going to Virginia Beach. They ain't never left Norfolk. So how the hell are we going to be in Jerusalem all at once? So that's what the Lord is saying. That's a curse that we won't be in our homeland.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there Ye shall be sold unto your
You
enemies.
shall be what?
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Right?
For bondmen
For slave men
and bondwomen,
and slave women,
and no man shall buy you.
meaning no man can redeem you. The Lord said we was gonna get off these ships and be sold. You seen this on auction blocks? We were sold into the so-called white man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the Lord said we'll be sold and no man can redeem you. Right? Like Marcus Garvey, like Malcolm X, like Nat Turner, like or the Black Panthers, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody redeem us out of this punishment because the Lord put us in this punishment because we didn't listen to him. Right? Because if you my father, if you give me some rules to follow and I don't follow your rules, can your nephew or your uncle come get me out of punishment? That's what the Lord is saying. Can't nobody redeem you.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna send your ass here on ships and you gonna stay here. Ain't nobody gonna redeem you till I send my son to come.
That's right.
Save
Teach,
you.
Unc.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on right now, right? Right. So we'll give you a couple laws. Give me numbers.
Bring it
Numbers
out.
1538. You see something in common that brothers got up here? All alike?
Yeah.
What's that, brother? Right. This is our heritage, man. Yahweh Shah, Christ wore these, man. Right, his name is Yahweh Shah, which means he saves, or you know what I'm saying, or he delivers. That's who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shah. Break it out.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse number 38.
Break it out.
Speak unto the children of Israel,
Who the children of Israel, brother? We
That's
are
right.
God.
and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout the generations.
That they make them what?
Fringes in the borders of their garments throughout the generations.
So these are called fringes, right? Keep going.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
They put a what?
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So these are called fringes, and we got to have a ribbon of blue on it. Brothers got different colors. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, I got gold. This brother got the mixed joints. You can have pink. You can have purple. You can kind of style with it, but it's a commandment. You can put them on your jacket. You can put them on your pants, but it got to have that ribbon of blue. And we're gonna tell you why. What it stands for. I mean, what is it for?
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
And do what?
And do them.
So this is a physical reminder when you about to sin, and you can look down and be like, oh man, I'm holy. I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? It's like a physical reminder not to go off. Oh, I can't eat pork. Man. Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's a physical reminder. So something you got on you that lets you know. You know what I'm saying? You got something else?
And that ye seek not after your own heart, after your own eyes, after which ye use to go harm.
Right. So we do these because it's a commandment from the Lord. Right. So these are called fringes. So if you was to get with any of the brothers up here, we can get you some of these. You know what I'm saying? What you got? Give me Leviticus.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11, and verse number 2.
Bring it out.
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
Right.
Verse number 7.
So the Lord's about to tell you what you can eat, right? That's on the earth.
And the swine.
And what?
And the swine.
You know what swine is, brother? Pork, right?
So he divide the hoof and be cloven footed. Yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
He is what?
He is unclean to you.
So the Lord said we can't eat the swine because the swine is unclean to us, man. It doesn't digest its food properly. That's why we got all these different diabetes with gout, all these different things that's hurting our bodies, man. You know what I'm saying? That's swine. We brothers up here used to eat it. You know what I'm saying? Brothers used to eat the pepperoni pizza. Brothers used to eat pork chops and all that, man. But we stopped because we love the Lord.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And it helped our bodies out. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to show you a video of what the swine do. You know.
Luke 8 or Matthew 9.
Pork crackers. That's how pork crackers make different blisters. That's how pork crackers. Pork crackers.
Listen, we about to get out of here. I'm gonna hit the
QR
Take one of the
code.
brothers' number down, man. What's your name, man? Frank. I'm brother Raj, man. Nice to meet you, kid.
And pull it up on you just in case the QR code. Bring your phone off. You got your phone, but that may not work.
Give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 2.
On YouTube.
Deuteronomy 10:2.
Yeah, God. Oh, Salaki 6 and verse 7.
When you said bring that up again?
7 and 6.
You said
6 and 7.
oh, 67. Oh, sorry.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, and verse number 7.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
And thou shalt what?
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
Put it up on YouTube.
And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way,
Right?
and when thou liest down,
Right?
and when thou risest up.
Right. So we commanded to teach our children these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the head of the household. Let me get out of the Corinthians. 11. So we're ordered to teach our children the commandments as they wake up, before they go to sleep, throughout the day, throughout the night, you know, so they can teach their children, right?
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse number 3.
Bring it out.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
That the what?
The head of every man is Christ.
Right.
And the head of the woman is the man.
So the head of every man is Christ. So in the household we have order, right? We got the man, right? Then we got the woman. What else?
And the head of Christ is God.
Right. So that just shows you the order in the household. So it's important for the man to teach the woman, and the woman to teach the kids. And yep, that's how it's supposed to be.
WFI. WFI. Watching it for Israel. WFI. Subscribe. Put your phone number on this, please. And your name on the
The book of Isaiah, chapter 55,
The office. There you go. We'll be
and
talking.
verse number 6.
Bring it out.
And it says, Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon.
All right, so we got to seek the Lord where he may be found, because this life that we living in is temporary. It's not a long life. It's real short. You know what I'm saying? The next time you look with the kids, 16, then they turn 21, right? Next thing you know, you're 30, and then you 50. You know, time go past fast, man. Yeah, so it's time to wake back up, man. We love you, brother, and appreciate you for hearing the word, man. You an Israelite? And, yeah, nice to meet you, brother.
All praise Shalom.
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 Shalom, that means peace in the Hebrew. Shalom.
That's right.
All praise to the Most High, man. That's all we come up here for, man. And they trying to say, and they say we don't take care of our kids, man. Right? You got brothers that's actually taking care of their kids.
That's right.
And it's a beautiful thing, man.
That's
How you doing,
right.
brother? You got a minute to hear the word? Can we read you one scripture?
Yeah, bring it out.
Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
That's right.
You familiar with Moses? Moses said, "Let my people go, man." Right? He wasn't talking to the whole world. He was talking
Hold
to
that
our
again
people,
for me.
man. We let our people know that we're not black. That's what we've been taught. That's a lie that the so-called white man taught us.
Right.
Which is the devil. Devil just means to deceive, right? They told us wrong. We the Israelites according to the Bible, man. That's what we're teaching our people. Bring it out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse number 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do
The
all his
Israelites according to the
commandments
Bible.
and his statutes which I command thee this day,
Right.
that all these curses,
All these what?
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
It's a curse, a good or bad thing, King. It's a bad thing. So the Lord said if we didn't follow his commandments, all these curses are going to come upon us. We got curses on us today. That's what we out here teaching our people, right?
Verse number 16. Curse shall not be in the city.
Curse shall that be what?
Curse shall not be in the city.
Let's talk about us. Who's cursed in the city, brother? Who's cursed in Chicago? Who's cursed in New York? Who's cursed in downtown Norfolk?
Right.
Who's cursed? The people that's asking for some change. Oh, brother, when you come out the store, then you can look out. You know what I'm saying? Who's cursed? It's our people, brother. No matter where you go, we stand in the projects downtown. They got us in the middle, in the projects, man, in every major city.
And cursed shall that be in the field.
Who was cursed in the field, brother? Who was cursed in the field picking cotton? That's talking about us in the Bible, but how come the pastor never read us that? Right? How come they not teaching us that in school? How come the pastor's not reading us? How come we not learn that during Black History Month? It's a secret, brother. They say if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in the book.
Right, I gotta go though. I'm on it. I appreciate the description.
All praise to the Most High. You got to scan the QR code.
Yeah, I got to.
That's our YouTube. That's our YouTube channel.
And if it,
You an Israelite, brother. You an Israelite, kid.
I put the info on the back just in case it don't scan, you can put it in YouTube, bring our channel up.
Yeah, it's time to wake up, man. It's time to wake the hell up, man. Give me the book of Acts chapter 3 and verse 19. Man. Give me Matthew chapter 7 and 21. Give me that Acts verse. It's time to wake back up, man. Right? This is not our rest, man. This is not our kingdom, man.
So Acts 7 and 21.
Acts chapter 3 and verse 19. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21. Hey, the Lord is a so-called black man.
That's right.
Right? This is not Christianity, man.
That's right.
So you can put your thumbs down. We're not out here for you. I hate to spoil your evening.
The book of Acts, chapter 3.
What's your nationality, bro? Come here. Come here. No. Yep, both of y'all.
Y'all Muslims?
No. What's your nationality?
Spaniard.
You're Hispanic. What's your father?
Say again?
What's your father?
My father?
Yep.
Mexican.
Well, you would be an Israelite according to the Bible, man. You would be from the tribe called Issachar, man. The Lord never called us Mexican. Can you find Mexican in the Bible? The Lord called us the Israelites according to the Bible. What's your nationality?
Mexican.
Mexican. Your father too?
Hispanic, yeah.
Yeah, y'all will be Israelites according to the Bible. Did y'all know that the Israelites are so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that we're God's chosen people?
I'm tracking.
Huh?
I'm tracking.
Right, give me Deuteronomy 7:6. Right, because don't we do everything the best? Don't we cook the best? Don't we box the best? Right? Don't we make the dance the best? The damn salsa? Right? Don't we the reggae tone? Right?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, and verse number 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people.
For thou art a what?
For thou art an holy people.
Hey, bro, holy means separate. Right? We're not supposed to be doing what everybody else doing. We're supposed to be separate, dealing with our own people, man. Right?
Unto the Lord thy God.
Right?
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
The Lord that God has chose us to be a special people. Why you think y'all build so good, man? Why you think we create all the damn inventions to a toilet stool, man? Why you think y'all can go and build houses? The Lord created y'all to do that, man. It's like the Lord created us to make music and play instruments and create inventions, right? LeBron James and come on,
Ryan Garcia.
right?
Ryan Garcia. Giovanni fucking.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
Above what?
Above all people.
The Lord chose us to be a special people above everybody, man. Right?
Upon the face of the earth.
So the Lord chose us to be his holy people above everybody on the face of the earth, man. Do you feel that way?
I always feel that way. I lose sleep because of that.
Oh, see that? That's mighty, man. That's the
I
spirit.
wake up at 3 a.m. and I know I feel convicted.
See that?
I'm aware. I peep game. I respect y'all for being out here.
You know that?
Because at times I feel like I should be out here.
Oh, you need to be out here. And we're gonna take your number. We're gonna make sure you out here,
I'm not
man.
kidding.
Who is that though? Because we gotta settle this. Who is this?
Joshua. Which one?
Hold that up. Hold that up. Because this is where it get confusing at. Hold that up. This is where it get real confusing at. I don't know. Because what's your religion? Because we don't deal with religion up here.
I don't either.
Okay, all praise to the Most High.
I just believe in the Most High. That's
So-
all it is.
so who
I don't
is
believe
that?
in religion. That's Joshua to me.
That's
Joshua.
his name is Yahweh Shah, but this is not Yahweh Shah. So
Well, that's Da Vinci's husband.
that's
Technically,
true.
but
I mean,
technically,
Caesar Borgia.
technically that's Da Vinci. Well, like the white version of it is Da Vinci's
That's
husband.
Caesar Borgia, right? That's who that is. You're right. That's an idol.
Yeah.
This is a real man. He had sex with his sister
Tracking.
when he killed his brother. Right. It's a real man right here.
Diablo.
So why are they giving us this image? Who gave us this image, man? Who gave us this
It
image?
gets deep than that. It gets deeper than that.
Well, who?
Tracking. Who? It's who, but it could be a lot of who's. It's a group of who's.
What nation? What race of people gave us that image?
I don't want to put it on. I don't
Hey,
blame. I
brother,
can't blame no one.
the Lord said we should never be ashamed or confounded.
I can't blame no one. I can't blame no one for my own faults.
No. I said, what race of people? This has nothing to do with your fault. What race of people gave us this image?
Keep it a buck. I'm gonna say the white person.
That's right. That's right.
But I don't like putting my blames on.
No, it don't have nothing to do with your blames.
Yeah.
We blaming the so-called white man for giving us that image. That's just the devil. Devil just means to deceive or to lie.
But I can't put the terminology of devil on anybody.
But what the devil mean? It just means to deceive.
For sure.
It tricked us.
For sure.
Right? It tricked everybody.
I know some white people that aren't the devil though, so that's why I feel conflicted, and I can't say that they are the devil. My wife is a Caucasian. I can't say that she's the devil, and she brings me down. She brings me up. So that's where it gets complicated. But I understand. I understand. She brings me up. When I'm down, she'll be like, "Yo, what do you need?" The devil doesn't. The devil does ask what you need, but so does God. But in my situation, I feel like she brings me up more than when I'm.
But as a whole nation, right? As a whole nation, we're not talking about individuals. They would be the devil. They lied to us. They don't never tell us who we are. They never told us that we the children of Israel. We couldn't read English. Right now, we wake it back up. Now we can speak to you. Now you can speak English. And now we can relate to one another and tell you that we the Israelites as we read it. Right? They call us African American, Afro American, right? Negroes, Spits. But they never told us who we really were. They never said that we was the children of Israel. They divide and conquer. And that's how they got us in this mindset.
The book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse number 12.
Bring it out.
Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
Chiefly do what?
And chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
See, the Lord said, the Lord is not dealing with mixing and none of that, man. You know, so the Lord said, take a woman from the wife. Read it again, Salaki.
Chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
Take a wife from the seed of your father, man. That's what the Lord said. And actually, that's a commandment. So we got to listen to that. So the Lord basically saying we shouldn't be dealing with other nations. You know what I'm saying?
And take not a strange woman to wife.
And take not a what?
And take not a strange woman to wife.
So what happened when you take a stranger to wife? It confuses you. It throws you off. And what it has you doing? You have your own culture and your own heritage. Now she's trying to get you to follow her heritage. Now you celebrating Easter. What the hell you doing celebrating Easter? You see what I'm saying? When you got your own customs to follow. That's strange. That's not only is that strange, that's going against God. Right? So we shouldn't do that. So, yeah, man. So you know what I'm saying? Right. Okay.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7. And verse number 3 and number 4. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Neither shall thou what?
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Thy what?
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Right, so.
Nor take his daughter, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
So they should what?
For they will turn away thy son from following me.
They'll turn away you from following the Lord, man. That's what's going to happen, man. You know, that's exactly what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So you know where we coming from? What's your name?
Austin.
Austin. I'm Brother Raj. We can talk more, man, because I know it gets sharp. And this word is very sharp. You know what I'm saying? We want you to come into this truth, so I think we gave you enough to think about.
I understand the times that we're in too, so I peep that.
What times we living in?
I say Revelations. I said we've been living in Revelation.
Give me Revelation chapter 18 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Because that's something you need to know also.
Right. Revelation 18 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
Shall her what?
Plagues come in one day.
We're talking about America, man. It's going to be plagues that's going to come into America in one day.
Death and mourning.
What?
Death and mourning.
Death and mourning is coming to America in one day, right?
And famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire.
And she shall what?
Shall be utterly burned with fire.
America's going to be utterly burned with fire. Huh? You ain't seen nothing yet. We talk about the stars falling from the heavens. That's the ICBM missiles, man. We talk about World War III. We talking about Russia, man. We talking about China, man. We talking about this place going down, man.
Like we're ready anymore, though. Psychological.
It's a spiritual war,
Spiritual.
but it's going to be. But look, ain't people still buying?
That's spiritual, though. We are.
Yeah, we're in a spiritual war, but it's going to get real physical. You see what I'm saying? See, people still having fun, man. People, you can freak off and do what you want to do. You can go marry a horse. You can go marry outside your. You can do what you want to do, but the Lord is going to set that straight. The Lord is going to utterly burn people who didn't want to hearken to the words of the Lord and repent. Because we're warning you and we're telling you now, right? Bring it out.
For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her.
Right, we're going to read you one last one. We'll let you go. Because we're from the seed of Jacob. Right. Jacob had 12 sons. And we're the Israelites, according to the Bible. If that's your wife, she would be an Edomite, right?
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse number 1.
Bring it out.
The word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah concerning the...
Isaiah 14. Select
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse number 1.
Bring it out.
But the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
Our own land is Jerusalem. Our own land is not Mexico or Dominican Republic or Jamaica or Hades. We're from Jerusalem. We're the 12 tribes. We're scattered abroad, right? The Lord is going to set us in our own land. We're going to all come together and unite. We spoke one language. We spoke Paleo Hebrew. We didn't speak Hispanic. And so who came over there? The conquistadors. We won't speak in Spanish. We spoke Hebrew. The Native Americans spoke Hebrew, right?
But the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
Right.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
And the what?
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
A stranger is anybody outside the children of Israel. They're going to join. They're going to join with us.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
They shall what?
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
You know how we cleave to the so-called white man for jobs and for IDs and passports, Shalom King, for everything. You know what I'm saying? For a loan, we have to cleave to them. They're going to cleave to us now.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
We're going to take them.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
For what?
For servants and handmaids.
So they're going to be our servants and handmaids, just like we serve them over there, this their land. They're going to be serving us in righteousness. We're going to do it in righteousness. We're not going to be feeding your babies to alligators. We're not going to be feeding their babies to alligators or cutting your skin off and making pocketbooks or purses. That's not going to happen. They're going to have to serve us in righteousness.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 49.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
Right. So that's what happened to us. The Lord sent a nation afar, a tongue we didn't understand. That's what happened to the Hispanics. That's what happened to the Native Americans. We didn't understand their language when they came over here. Right. So that's what basically, and their trademark is the eagle, and it's documented in the Bible. It's the eagle that represents America. That represents Spain, France, Russia. Yeah, Rome. Their emblem is the eagle, and it's prophesied in the Bible that a nation from afar, as swift as an eagle fly, their symbol is going to come, right, from the land of the north. All praise to the Most High. You're an Israelite, King. Shalom. That means peace in the Hebrew. Right? And with that, I'm about to shut it down and pass it on to the next mighty speaker. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Say the word, sister.
Please don't record. Thank you.
We in public. Don't walk by the camera.
Hey, brother, come here.